Hey Bulldogs, on your agenda today, you are going to set up data tracker spreadsheets so you can track your assessment data throughout the year. We're going to backtrack and record all of your assessment data that we have done so far this year, and then we're going to continue to track that data throughout the year so we can determine areas of strength and areas of weakness so you can set appropriate goals for yourself in preparing for the STAR test at the end of the year. So I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to set up your grade tracker. So in your Canvas course, you need to go to the modules. And when you get to the modules page, it'll be directly under the student resource module. And for today's date is Tuesday, October 13th, and it's got your link for the grade tracker setup. So when you open that up, it has all of your instructions listed below. So we're going to set up your data tracker spreadsheet for the school year. You're going to track the grades on your assessments to identify your strengths and weaknesses in order to set appropriate goals for yourself. So step number one, you're going to be making your own copy of the grade tracker. So the link that's right here, you're going to click it and it's going to force you to make a copy. You want to do this so you're not sharing your data with other people. So once you open up your copy of the grade tracker sheet, we're going to take a few extra steps. The first step is going to be to change the name of the file. If you're like me, I don't like to have copy of at the beginning, so I delete that to where it just says science grade tracker. But then if you notice, it just says last name, comma, first name. That's the first thing that we need to change. You need to put in your last name and then your first name. Okay, so you've changed your title of your document. Okay, and then when we look at the spreadsheet, it also has a place for your name in the first cell. So you're going to put your name in that cell as well. So it says in your instructions back on Canvas, we've done step number one, we've created our own copy, and we've done step number two, changing the name on the file by clicking File, Rename, and using the format provided. So third step is we're going to create a bookmark to this spreadsheet by clicking the star in your browser bar, and then we're going to put it into the bookmarks bar so it's easy for us to access. Okay, so when we go back to our spreadsheet, this little star up here, that's what we're going to click so that it fills in and it brings up this little pop-up window. You can rename your grade tracker to be, something that will be easy for you. Since it's going to be bookmarked on your computer, you might be able to just delete your name to shorten it, and then the bookmark name will just be Science Grade Tracker. I like to put things in the bookmarks bar because then it'll be up on the screen all the time for easy access. If you have a lot of bookmarks, and you want to organize them into folders, then there is that option for you to make things as organized as you want them to be. So once you have your name and your location set to where you want it, then you click Done. So I already have a whole lot of bookmarks up here at the top, but if I look right over here to the far left, I've got these two little arrows, and I click on that, then it brings up all of my other bookmarks, and there's my science grade tracker. For you guys, you probably don't have this many bookmarks, so it'll show up somewhere on here. And then every time that we take an assessment, you'll be able to access it easily to be able to add your data. Okay, so let's see what our next step is. Step number 4, use the Grades tab on Canvas to look up your grades for all of the checkpoints and quizzes that we have had thus far. You're going to enter your grades in, and by creating a bar and highlighting the appropriate amount of boxes to fill in, you're going to click Fill Color button that looks like this, and then choose whatever color that you want, okay? While you're doing this, take note of any missing assignments. If you have anything that is missing, or perhaps you have extra attempts that you can retake something for a higher grade, you will have time in the next few days to complete those. So when you go, if you don't want to use the Grades tab in Canvas, you can also go to Student Self-Serve, and you can look at your grades in Student Self-Serve for the first 6 weeks and the second 6 weeks. In Canvas, you're also going to see some of the DIYs that y'all have turned things in for. we're not going to be tracking grades for any DIYs. We're only going to be focusing on checkpoints and quizzes, okay? So on the grade tracker sheet, we have already provided you with all of the assessment names for everything that we have done so far. So starting from the very beginning of the year, all of these checkpoints, quiz part 1, these 3 checkpoints, and quiz part 2 will all be listed in the first 6 weeks in student self-serve. Everything after quiz part 2 will be listed in the second 6 weeks. So if you got, here's an example, if you got an 85 on a checkpoint, then you would click and highlight, hold down your mouse, and you would highlight the number of boxes to get you to 85, and then that fill with color button is right here in the middle of your screen. So when you click on that, you can choose whatever color you want to fill in those boxes to show that grade. Okay, so you need to fill in the number grade in that first column, and then you need to select and highlight the boxes to show that grade in the chart. So if you see any gaps of any checkpoints that have not that don't have a grade, those are things that you need to take note of so that you can make those up in the next couple of days to get all of your grades complete. So that's pretty much it. And every time that we take a new assessment, you're going to access it from your bookmarks toolbar, and you will add in the name of the assessment, your grade, and fill in that data tracker. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your teacher, or you can go back and watch this video again, and we'll set goals as soon as we get all of that data tracked. Have a good day, Bulldogs.